Oh, I forgot to. Oh, well. Hello, folks. Today I am going to be talking about inflation. I am feeling the pain at the pump and at the grocery store and really just every place else. And if you're feeling the pain of inflation, feel free to drop into the chat and just rant, just let it rip. Let's talk. I am going to start off covering Stephen Colbert and a very just obnoxious comment that he made on his show the other day. I'm going to be reading this article from the New York Post titled Stephen Colbert Roasted for Saying He'd Pay $15 for gas because he drives a Tesla. Sorry, I still haven't how to do the screen share while I'm live streaming. Oh, hi, Inky Squid. Hi, Inky Squid. All right, I'm switching over to reading this article. And yes, one day I'll figure out how to do a screen share while I'm live. Just not this day. Stephen Colbert was roasted on social media for saying he would be willing to pay more for gas because he can afford an all-electric Tesla. The CBS Late Show host gave a monologue on Monday in which he argued Americans to endure higher gas prices as energy costs soar due to the ongoing Russian invasion of Ukraine. And, I'm going to just try to play his quote so you can hear it. I guess, Inky, let me know if you can't hear this. I know you can't see it, but you should be able to hear this.
I'll tell you what, I will never complain about a destination wedding again. Russia has been hit with a series of crippling sanctions, and it looks like there's more to come because the U.S. and its European allies are now discussing banning imports of Russian oil. Take that, Putin. We're not going to buy our gas from a war criminal. We're going to buy it from the good guys. Saudi Arabia. But it's going to cost. Since the invasion, oil prices have skyrocketed. Today, the average gas price in America hit an all-time record high of over $4 per gallon. Okay, that stings, but a clean conscience is worth $1 or $2. I'm willing to pay. It's important. Right. It's important. I'm willing to pay $4 a gallon. Hell, I'll pay $15 a gallon because I drive a Tesla. Right now, people all over the world are trying to.
Folks, that soundbite made me so angry. That was just so upsetting because, well, let me finish this article and then I'll get back to that. Yeah, so they have one Twitter user on here saying that the majority of his audience probably takes home less per year than what he paid for his Tesla. Yes. West Texas Intermediate crude, the U.S. price benchmark was trading above $122 per barrel this week after Secretary of State Anthony Blinken and other U.S. officials said an import ban was under consideration. Prices have already increased to their highest level since 2008. President Brandon announced a ban on Russian energy imports Tuesday after a bipartisan coalition in Congress threatened to force his hand to punish Moscow's invasion of Ukraine. This is a step we're taking to inflict further pain on Putin, but there will be costs as well here in the United States. Brandon warned as U.S. gas prices hit an all-time high of $4.17 per gallon on average. Okay, so man, I'm so upset about this quote. I was looking up the car that Stephen Colbert has. It starts at I think $94,000. Okay, and I've seen that Tesla now has a newer, cheaper version that's like $40,000. But honestly, guys, that's still like $10,000 more than any car I've ever had. Like, I can't afford a $40,000 car, and it's just like these people are so out of touch and they are so in your face with how much they hate you. They hate you and they think that they are better than you. And it's really disgusting. And I mean, here in the Wright household, we just had a conversation today about how we're going to be eating a lot more rice because it's going to just help stretch the meals. Now, I'm far from, I'm still very comfortable. Okay. It's not like we're starving, but I mean, we are definitely having to make concessions. And I mean, just basically on just like things like food and trying to come up with ways to stretch our food intake. And to have somebody that like Colbert, who is that out of touch, oh, just drive a car that you can't afford. Ha 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 ha, like I do, because I'm better than you. My conscience is clear. Really? Because regular people are having a hard time, and we're not. I mean, we're middle class. I'm solidly middle class, but like I said, we're still having to make concessions. And I can't even imagine what it's like for people who don't have as much as we have. I mean, these are tough times. Let me look at some of these comments here. All right. Hey, Silky Smooth, you made it to Texas. That's good. Corminalis, hello to you. I have John Weaver. Between Stephen Colbert and George Takei, you're not sure which one is a bigger creep. Oh yeah, because George Takei, I'm trying to remember, what did he say? Oh yeah, I think he said something very similar to, he's another, I don't know how many millions of dollars he's worth. I think Colbert is worth like 75 million. All these multimillionaires are willing to pay a little bit more. Wow. What true sacrifices. Corbin Dow says, why are the people laughing? I think the people are laughing probably because the sign came on that said applause and laugh, and they're just if you've ever been in a studio audience, they put those signs up, and I guess they're just following along. Let me show this message here. From Name Change. Yeah, Colbert has been a not nice person since before he sold out. Then he gave up the Colbert Report. Yep. That was before he was a hack writer for Jon Stewart. His staff reads jokes from a teleprompter with a studio audience that reacts to laugh now sign for punchlines. He became the joke. There is literally a giant sign for the audience to laugh. Yeah, I was saying that before. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Or yeah, Inky, you're right. It could be recorded laughter as well. I just wish I could show. I wish I could do a screen share though, because while everyone's laughing, like they cut to like a black guy. Maybe he's part of the show. I don't know. I don't watch his show. It looks like he might be part of the show, but he's just like his face. His face is priceless because he knows he knows how crazy Stephen Colbert sounds in that moment. All this craziness. So are you guys, any of you guys having a hard time with inflation? Or are you guys having to make concessions yet? I don't want to, I don't want anybody to feel sorry for me. Like I said, I'm not, it's not like I'm close to being out on the streets or anything like that, but just, it's just getting a little difficult. Oh, hi, Mike Moles. You can call me Fireball still. That's funny. Yeah, he priced a Tesla. So, it looks like Corbin Dallas is feeling the pain at the pump. Man, it's weird. I had to start doing math, to figure out like how high can gas get before it doesn't make any sense for me to even try to go to work anymore because I have, my commute's under an hour, but it's close to an hour. But you start having to do those numbers. It's like I don't make that much, and gas is like crazy. Name change says the standard of living is so low that it hasn't. Your standard of living is so low that it hasn't affected you yet. Thank goodness. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, Inky's always pinching. Oh, guys, yeah, I just wanted to rant about this a little bit. I'm also a little bit sad. I don't know. I might not be able to like my mom is having one of those big birthdays, where she turns a birthday with a 0 on the number. And I'm not going to say which one because she might be mad if I put her age out there like that. But originally we had planned a trip, to celebrate her birthday. And it's looking like that might not happen now just because inflation is so bad. But, but there are people, it's little things like that are disappointing. I'm far from the single mom, who has like a beater car and is struggling to pay her kids. It's not that. It's just little, and even sometimes I feel bad about complaining about something like that seems so minor when there are other, more important things. I'm not quite Joy Reid complaining about her Italian vacation being ruined because of a war, but just little small things like celebrating your mom's birthday, that's those are those little things that make life worth living. Inky's always pinching. Silky Smooth says, I ride a mountain bike for now. Yep. Oh, Corbin had to quit smoking. Oh, well, but that's good. Yeah, that is good. That is good. And I don't know how old you are, but tell you what, smoking is not cute when you're once you get out of your 20s. Like you can smoke and be cute in your 20s, but it's going to catch up with you if you continue to smoke into your 30s and 40s and all that, and really you shouldn't smoke at all. And I should know because I used to work for the industry. I used to work for Big Tobacco as a quality control person. Well, I guess a chemist technically, but like those tar and nicotine numbers that are on the back of your cigarettes. Like I used to produce those numbers. I used to test cigarettes, not by smoking them myself because I didn't smoke, but you'd put them into a machine and the machine would actually, well, they called them smoking machines. And it was weird. Like you put filters in there and you know what, that's totally off topic. I'm sorry. I got totally off topic there. It's not a very interesting job. And I can't remember, somebody roasted me before for because I had Christmas hats on my skeletons back there, but now they have sorry St. Patrick's Day decorations. So Inky says smoke something else instead. Inky, you could eat something else instead, and that would keep your lungs clear, and you still have a good time. You don't have to smoke. You can always eat. Corbin says, "Oh, did they lie? Did they lie about the tar and nicotine content? No, nope. I didn't lie. I put whatever number I got. That's what I got, and it just went. It just went right onto the cigarette. So that's all. Those are all real." Numbers. I think what's the surprising part would be is if you actually saw what the machines look like and what the filter papers look like the gunk that collects on the inside of those machines is just probably for me, it's scary enough for me to not even be tempted to smoke. Just seeing what that does to a machine and cleaning that out and just, oh my gosh, and thinking about you're putting that in your body. It's crazy. I think the only thing that I don't like is that I don't like the label of tar because they don't really break down everything that's in tar. I think they should, maybe it would be better if they got down into what exactly that consists of. Silky Smooth says they have more hair than me. Oh, Inky says munch. Okay, so let's see what else is going on. Oh, I saw that the FBI raided the home of Proud Boy chairman Enrique Tarrio at 6 a.m. They drug him out of his home in his underwear and arrested him for something January 6th related, even though the man wasn't even there. Oh yeah, and of course the cameras were there. You know, like the news was there for that. It's disgraceful. It is absolutely disgraceful. We have political prisoners just sitting in the DC gulag. This country is not anything like what I thought it was. You know, we are not living up to the American dream, like in the freedoms and you know, I'm seeing guys, let me say, people who hurt or do bad things to children are walking free, and then if their parents do something to the person who hurt their child, that person, the good guy, is going to jail and the bad guy is on the street. Just everything is upside down and topsy-turvy. You have Sucky says Tomiko Simpsons, Inky, yeah, POWs, yeah, they are prisoners of war. Yep. Mainstream media has become a circus. Evil clowns. Purple says, is there still hope? There is still hope. There's always hope. Yeah, there's definitely hope. And that's why I'm still fighting here. I'm still trying to talk about things and, you know, make videos and content, and we can't give up. You know, we just can't. You know, we've got to tighten up our security for our, you know, super free and fair elections, but I don't know if you guys have been watching that or reading about that, but people are making strides in other states to make sure that things will be better than what they were the first time. So yeah, 2022, that's going to be really important. I've got to stress that everybody here, you know, vote. Oh, and I saw a meme basically talking about right now all Republicans should be out registering people to vote at the gas pump. But somebody's actually doing that. Who is that? What is his name? I don't want to get his. There's two people I get their names confused because they're really close. He's got the long hair. Oh, it's upsetting me. I can't remember what his name is right now. But please, yeah, register people to go. Is it? I think it's Scott. Okay, so sometimes I get Scott Pressler and Jason Kessler mixed up because their names are close, but I believe it's Scott Pressler is the one who is registering people to vote, and Jason Kessler is the tiki torch guy. Thank you. Yeah, Scott Pressler. I don't know, the Pressler and the Kessler, like they interchange in my head sometimes. Oh, Mike Mill says, how about those bioweapons in Ukraine? Yeah, I was thinking about doing that as a whole nother video. But yeah, I can pull something up here about an article from the, I don't know which one I should do, because I have not read these, and usually I like to pre-read something before I just try to read it on screen, because I don't want to stumble over my words, and I don't even know what this says, but I'll go for it. Okay. Breaking video. Russia tells the U.S. we have found your biological weapons. The director of the Information and Press Department of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Russian Federation, Maria, oh no, this is a name I cannot pronounce, Vladimironova Sakharova, oh, sorry, told the United States on Wednesday, we have found your biological weapons. There was a statement made by the Department Secretary of State, Victoria Nuland. Leave no doubt we will not give Washington to be silent this time. Their attempts, while spilling blood, to find biological and chemical weapons throughout the world. We have found your own products. We have found your biological material. As it turns out, it was all happening in Ukraine. That is a quote. That's a direct quote. And RT, Russia state media affiliate. RT, Russian state media. Okay, guys, this is why I need to pre-read something because I am making mistakes. This is also why I don't live stream a lot. I'm getting, it's getting really sloppy here. Oh, wait, Russia now demands the U.S. to explain the biolabs in the Ukraine. Russia accused the U.S. of violations in the 1972 biological weapons. Russia accused the U.S. of violations of the 1972 Biological Weapons Convention and has covered it up. Yeah, earlier I saw somewhere the statement of Victoria Nuland. And yeah, Victoria Nuland was also part of that whole Spygate nonsense. You know, the Russia stuff. She was part of that. But yes, she was admitting that we have bioweapons labs over there. And it's funny with this whole like the Putin versus or the Ukraine versus Russia and like who's the good guy and who's the bad guy. And sometimes there is no good guy. Sometimes things are just like bad guy versus bad guy or bad guy versus worse guy. But some of these things, like I'm not pro Putin, but not everything that he does is horrible. Let me go back to reading some of these quotes. Oh, somebody asked, what am I drinking? This is just this is the lime and watermelon sparkling water. Nothing exciting. So Smith has Coke with coffee. Walmart sells it. Oh, you have coffee now? Yeah, I actually have a hypersensitivity to caffeine. I cannot have any caffeine at all. Like I can't even have like a cup of regular tea because I immediately go into like heart palpitations and like I cannot have any caffeine. Like Mole says, it makes sense. Hillary, Kerry, Pelosi, Biden, Graham, Romney, all in Ukraine. Yep, and don't forget their kids up in there getting the money too. Silky would like to go to Ukraine. But the VA would be upset. Yeah, we are the good guys. Yeah, and yeah, I don't know. I mean, we are the good guys, as in like you and me and everybody here in the chat, we're the good guys. But unfortunately, I think the people who are in charge are not the good guys. And it's weird because America's interests aren't necessarily our interests. You know, America, unfortunately, especially right now, America's interests are basically, you know, the official America's interests are they're only acting in ways that are enriching themselves and their families, you know, for those politicians that are Democrats and then rhinos. But what's in their best interest, unfortunately, is less and less is like is what's in their best interest is not really in our best interests. So America's interests, I mean, you kind of have to say, like, who are you talking about? Are you talking about like them or us? So yeah, so yeah, things are crazy. Things are crazy with Putin, but if he's trying to stop bioweapons labs, that's a good thing. We shouldn't be having bioweapons labs because we saw what happened with the Fluhan lab and the Fluhan lab flu that was being funded by us, unfortunately. Once again, that's not that's not stuff that's in our best interest. That's American interest, but it's not for us. It's for them. Let's see. And then Putin actually is fighting the neo-Trotskys. He's going up against the Azov battalion. I mean, essentially, they had neo-Trotskys in the Ukraine for 8 years, ending ethnic Russians by horrible means. I'm like, off with their heads, doing that kind of stuff, burning people while they were still breathing, all kinds of horrible things that was all going on in the Donbass region, with like in Luhansk and Donetsk. And yeah, he's actually ending that because the ceasefire that was supposed to happen with the whole Minsk Accords things, like it didn't happen, and there was violence, and it was ugly. And America on our side, we weren't living up to our agreement not to expand NATO. And if the roles were reversed, because the roles have been reversed, like, how did we react during the whole Cold War when Cuba and Russia got together and they're like, oh, hey, we're going to put nukes at your front door? What did we do? We were like, oh, no, that's not happening. And Russia, in many ways, is doing the same thing. Like, how can I be like, I understand what they're doing. That doesn't mean that Putin is a nice guy. It doesn't mean he's a wonderful man, not by any means. But I mean, we wouldn't stand for that. And what if we found out that Russia was, oh, well, they have a bunch of bioweapons labs, and they're going to put them on in Mexico, like on our border. I'm like, wait, hold on, no. no. We wouldn't stand for that. I'm really anti-intervention. I don't feel like we need to be the world's police. I don't see how this has anything to do with me or my personal interests, or this is going to make things better. Actually, and everything they're doing is just making things worse for us. I'm upset about Visa and MasterCard deciding that they're just going to stop servicing Russia, because things have gotten so bad in this country that's going, even though those are private corporations, that looks like American aggression. And to think that we are at the point where just corporations could be getting us into wars or accelerating an already hot situation, like, this is so bad. Like, we've just given these companies too much power. I mean, basically, Visa and MasterCard could force us into a war. It's insane. Let's see what people are saying here. Inky says people are waking up every day. Yeah, they're going after crypto too. Yes, they are going after crypto. I was looking at that today. Silky said volunteer, but said no. Good for them. I mean, I can understand if you're Ukrainian or if you're Russian, I could understand why you would go over there, but outside of that, no, thank you. No, thank you. That's a whole lot of not my circus, not my monkeys. Yes, Graham wants Putin ended by any means. You wonder why. Does Putin have dirt on them all? Well, maybe the PP tape is real. It doesn't have Trump in it. It's good. Maybe it's Lindsey Graham's in the PP tape. Who knows? I don't know. Mike Mullis, Ukraine impeachment, Russian collusion. Think Putin is liberating the Ukraine people. Well, yeah, I mean, at least the ethnic Russians, he's absolutely helping them because they have been under attack and the Ukraine has been bombing its own people. And I think you're supposed to say Ukraine, not the Ukraine, but I'm trying to break that habit. I don't know. But I say both. I think if you say, people are saying if you say the Ukraine, then that means you're pro-Russian. I'm really not pro anything. Yeah, Graham set it up with no name. Snake Blinken escaped from Ukraine in a new movie. Putin never invaded when Trump was in office. I wonder why. Oh, you wonder why? That's there is a good story out there. I don't know if it's true, but it was reported on where basically they were saying that Trump had a conversation with Xi Jinping and Putin, and I don't know if they were together or separate, but he basically told both of them that he would bomb the crap out of them if they tried anything. He's like, I will drop bombs on Moscow. And they're like, ha 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 ha. And then he's like, no, I'm serious. Like, test me. Like Trump, they're like, oh, what? Because Trump had that, and he still does. He has that that reputation of, being a hothead and a bit of a madman. And oh my gosh, who knows what he's going to do? He could do anything. So I would love for that story to be true, because that is just like such a boss move. I think even I'm trying to remember the other story where I think he was on Twitter and was it Kim Jong Un was posting something about, like I have my finger here on the nuclear button. And Trump tweeted back something like, oh, he's like, I do too, except like my button is bigger and it actually works. And I was like, and they were like, oh no, you can't do that. You can't do that. It's like, oh, he did, man. He did. But that's why nobody messed with him. Like, notice nobody made any kind of moves. As much as people like to go on and say that, oh, Trump's going to get us into World War III. Notice it didn't happen. But, with Biden here at the helm, they've gone into Ukraine with Obama at the helm. They Putin took Crimea with, I think that was Bush. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is that Bush when they were going through the whole thing with Georgia? But no, Trump is like the only one really for quite some time that they didn't try to pull anything with, because he had that reputation. Mike Moles, all big corps are owned by deep state. He says Lindsay looks wet. The dog wants out. Yeah. I'm gonna have to let my dog out here soon, so I'm gonna get going here. Let me finish up these comments. Spank Monkey says, use Lindsey Graham's correct pronouns. Yeah. My button is bigger than yours, said Trump. All right, sorry. Yeah, I was paraphrasing those stories, folks. I was paraphrasing, so you'll have to forgive me. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna wrap this live stream up here. It was nice talking with all you guys. Good luck out there. Stay safe. Maybe eat more rice, like what I'm going to do, I guess, to make your food stretch. I don't know what else to say here. Spank the Monkey says, you don't think Putin would launch nukes if we are any other country that helps Ukraine, he would lose all the wealth he has in no safe place. I don't know, man. I don't know. All right. Just hope these crazy people don't get us into nuclear war with their constant saber rattling and escalations and great reset planning. But okay, I'll talk to you guys later. See you soon.